So hello everyone, in this video we'll be discussing about components. Components are basically a small reusable code that we can use in our template files. Basically it is used for reducing the repetition of code. So let's say I have this header in my uh, app component HTML file. Let's say I have this header. Inside that I can create a simple UL with li list a tag. For now I'll be just making it hash, or let's say this one, home, and I can repeat that for now. Let's say I have this thing and I can add the styling in here. Header, let's say display flex, and I can also add some spacing. So for now we'll not be focusing on the styling, that what we have created. Also this one should not be here, it should be in UL, right? If I go to that page now, so it's working, right? I can also remove this list dots or bullets. Basically I can remove that list tile type and I can make it none. You can see we have this navbar kind of simple thing. But if you want to repeat this navbar in different HTML pages or different like routes, so what you can do is you can create a separate component for this header. So to create a separate component, we can simply write one command which is ng, and then we can write generate. Ng generate allows us to generate things. For now we'll be creating a component, so we'll be generating component, so I'll be writing component here. So ng generate component, and then after that you can specify the name of the component. So what this command does is it automatically creates a header component in our directory and also links that to app.module.ts file. You can see we have this header component which is inside this app component, and it also linked that HTML component or this header component to this file as well. So if I go to this module.ts file, in here you can see I'm also importing it. This import is automatically added in this file by this command. So it generated this folder, and inside that it generated 4 files. One is CSS, the other one is for our HTML, and this one is for writing test. This one is for writing our JavaScript logic or the TypeScript logic. And it also added a link for this component inside this module.ts file, so we can import this in app.component file as well. So what is inside this header.component.html? This is the default text that is added by Angular for us. This is header works. So I can change that, but for now I'll not be changing that. Let me just comment this out first, and then how can I import this header component inside this app component.html? So it is very easy. I can just simply use app component, and then I can specify header here because the component name is header in our case. How did I get that? Like, this is the component selector. How did I get that? You can see in component.ts file the selector which we are using. So if I have this app-selector as a selector, so app-header as a selector, so I'll be using the same name which is here inside or like while calling this component. So if I have something, let's say app nav, so I'll be using app nav here, not app header, right? So I'll be using that. So that should work. Now if I go to the browser, then you can see we have this header works. This header works is nothing but the content inside our uh, header component file, this one. Now if I just copy paste the same code from here to this file, this header.component.html file, so that will place all the HTML inside here. Let me just save it once again, and then you can see we have this. We can also change the styling and place that inside this header component.css file. I can just copy the styling. There are only two stylings, so we can copy that and I can place it in here. So now our styling will also work. If I go to the browser, you can see our header works. Now I can repeat that same component multiple times as well. Let's say if I want to repeat this block of code, so I can simply copy paste the same header multiple times as well. So that will also create multiple headers in our case. So this is actually how we create component in in Angular, and how we can link that to app component.html file. Similarly, make sure all of these things will only work if you have this imported inside your module file, app.module file, and if you have the correct selector used inside your app component.html file. You have to make sure these two things works. So this is it for this video. I hope you got something. Thank you for watching. Let's meet in the next video.